Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia and welcome to a very cozy evening of junk journaling. I am super excited for this video. I've got loads of junk journaling stuff to catch up on, so this is going to be really fun. Also, you may have noticed my new little friend. I have invested in a mini mic, so hopefully the sound quality is better. You guys can let me know if you notice a difference. I'm still like coming to grips with it and everything, but yeah, hopefully this works. If you've not watched any of my previous junk journaling videos on my channel, I'll link some in the cards throughout this video. But junk journaling is a recent hobby for me, and I started it in January and I absolutely love it. And I think it's probably like the longest I've stuck out with a hobby that's kind of crafty. I'm really happy with it. I will show you my junk journal. This is her. I went with this like beautiful wine red moleskin, and then I've got some cute stickers on the front, and then I've also got a little cherry bow sticker on the back. And this is her. She is already quite chunky, and I feel like I'm starting to understand when people who junk journal say not to junk journal with a hardcover. I didn't know that before, but it just kind of gets really hard to fill with junk without it fully either one, breaking the spine, or two, just like bending your journal a little bit too much. So I think the next junk journal I get might be a soft cover. I do like this size, but I'm not sure if they do this size in soft covers. So if not, I would maybe get the next size up and get a soft cover. I always used to collect little random stickers and scraps and like packaging and stuff like that. But then I'd be like, I'm not doing anything with this. But this has changed the game. I've got loads of junk to scrapbook with over my very busy June. And I don't have a great organizational system for this, but if you watched my previous life update chat, you will know that I am currently in the process of moving. So this is actually probably going to be the last video sitting in this bedroom, which is crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of wrap up the loose junk that I have before I move so that it's just easier to move all my craft stuff really. So I basically, yeah, like I said, I don't have great organization for all of this stuff, but I basically just put junk that kind of goes together in these little folders. So I've got this junk from a wedding that I went to, this from another wedding that I went to. This is like some leftover junk from a spread that I already made that I'm not sure I'll use, but I do like this blue striped bag, so I'll probably keep that for like a background or something. And then I have all of the junk that I collected, which isn't loads, but I've got some junk that I collected from when I went to Glastonbury, so I want to use that. And then over this past weekend, I went to an event in Sheffield with work, and I got some scrap while I was there. But I just thought it'd be fun to do one last crafty video in this room. So get cozy, get comfy, lock in, because this is going to be a big junk journaling video. I have showered, I've put a hair mask in, I've put so many moisturizers on my face because I'm breaking out. Please, I literally can't stand it. I've got a huge one happening on this side of my face, hence me filming from this angle. Okay. And I've got a massive one growing on my forehead. So let's just ignore those. But yeah, get cozy, get your PJs on, get a snack, and let's do it. I just love crafts. Here is my junk journal, and I'm not going to do a full flip through. You guys can have a look at the other videos on my channel where I kind of go through it more in detail. But one of the tips that I have is, if you do have a hardcover journal, is to tape some of your pages together just to kind of help with the thickness of your journal. So when I finished my last spread, I glued maybe like 2 or 3 pages together just to make this a bit more sturdy, because this is way too flimsy to support all of the junk. So I'm gonna go in with the junk that I have from this wedding and see what we can create. We also have little lottery tickets, which were given out as wedding favors, which is so cute. Unfortunately, I didn't win anything, but still very cute. So we've got those, got little like name tags and stuff. This is the tag off of the dress that I wore to the wedding. And these are some little like pieces of confetti that they had. Oh, that's also from my dress. This was from the meal we had the night before the wedding, just like me and my boyfriend and one of his friends. And then some like photo booth photos as well. And then this is like a little fan that they had made from their wedding. So this is my trusty binder full of junk, stickers, and backgrounds. So this is where I've kind of organized and color coded as much as I can. I don't love this system. I don't know the best way to do it. This was like the best way I could think to do it, to be able to see everything, because before I just couldn't see anything, so I didn't know. But yeah, I don't love it. Actually, I've just landed on this, and I feel like that could be really pretty. It's got some like light yellow, beigey, and then red. So I feel like that kind of goes with the theme a little bit, because I wore like a butter yellow dress and then the red from all of the junk. So that might be really nice. Yeah, I feel like I actually really like that. So that was very easy. Normally it takes me ages to find a place to start. I really like this. It also kind of just about fits. So I could use it for the full double page if I want. And then could use these to kind of fill in the gaps. I think my biggest tip, if I can give you a tip, is to like try your hardest not to overthink it, which, trust me, is so difficult. Like I find it so hard to just do the first step, because sometimes I feel like I do it and then I look at it and I'm just like, I feel like I'm starting on a low because I'm not totally obsessed with it, but you do just need to start. I feel like if I put this entire piece on the spread, then I'm like stuck to this piece, whereas I feel like if I rip it, it just adds a little bit of interest. I follow a few junk journalers on TikTok, and I'm gonna tag the girl that I absolutely love. I think her name's Callie, and she is just like she's so good at just like ripping papers and putting things on and just like not really being that bothered. And I love the look of like her ripped papers. I feel like she's really good at doing that. I don't like, not that that's a thing that I ever thought would be a skill that I would admire, but like just every time I rip something, it just like rips in a really weird way, or it's just like not good. But I'm gonna take a page out of her book and I'm gonna rip some of this and just start laying things out. I like to kind of lay them out first if I feel like I've got a little bit of a rhythm and a flow. And then if I don't, I just kind of start gluing things down and hoping for the best. So let's do it. Hey you guys, so it is the next day. Just was so exhausted last night, I could not keep going, but I'm feeling energized. I'm in a different outfit. I still have the same hair mask in my hair, but I'm ready to do another spread. Let's do this. I'm super excited. This was where we ended the last spread. I like it. I just taped these images in like that, and I feel like it's very cute. I really like where this landed. I taped a few pages together just to get this a little bit thicker, and I'm starting with my blank page. So I'll talk you through the scraps. I've got a little wedding itinerary, this little tag that says 4 speeches, which I took off of one of the bottles of champagne. I've also got some leftover little dried rose petals and stuff from when we threw them as they were walking, the confetti. I took this coaster from a pub from the night before the wedding. I took these little wooden forks. These were from the fish and chips that we had the night before, so I thought it would be fun to like cut this fish out and then maybe use one of these little forks. As for things that I've printed to kind of add to the spread, I printed this yellow textured picture because I wore a butter yellow dress to the wedding. So I thought that this would be nice just as the background for both pages. And then I also printed 3 different sizes of a photo of me and my boyfriend. And I've only just realized that, well, I mean, I knew, but like my printer is the worst for this kind of thing. I do feel like I'm in the market for a better printer. I also know that I'm running out of ink. So it's probably all of those factors put together, but tell me why I look so freaking scary there. Like, hello? I do think if I was to use one of these, I'd use this one, and that's the best looking one anyways. So I'm gonna cut that out and like put it on the spread as well. But I think first things first is I do want to use this pretty textured piece across both pages. So I'm gonna glue that on right now. I really like the way that it looks. It fit perfectly. I'm very happy with it. And now I'm just gonna cut this picture of me and my boyfriend out, but I'm actually gonna use my little X-Acto knife and I'm gonna cut directly around us. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Anyways, I think what I want to do now is maybe cut out this little fish and include that in the spread. Okay, here's my cute little fish. I think he's adorbs. I've got my little itinerary, I've got my fish, I've got me, and I've got my bar coaster, my confetti, and this little wood pick. So let's just start laying things out and see what we come up with. I really like this fish, the way it's cut out, and I do like this swooping motion that's kind of in my background. So I feel like having it there is quite cute. Maybe instead we just do it on an angle. And I've got my fish here. Ooh, I feel like I like that. That's quite cute. Okay. Ooh, maybe I do the fish there. That's kind of fun. This is a bit bulky, so what I might do is take out some of the confetti and stuff, and then I can put it in just so that my junk journal lays a bit more flat. So a whole lot of this is just like trial and error, and I feel like a lot of the time the spread doesn't necessarily look exactly how you imagined it would look in your head, even though you probably don't have a super clear picture of what it would look like in your head anyways. But I do kind of like the weirdness and like the different elements and the textures and stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start gluing things down, because if I don't start now, I'll just never do it. So I'm gonna start gluing things down and you're gonna watch it happen. Let's do it. Okay, oh, my camera battery is flashing, so I'm going to show you this very quickly, but this is the finished spread. I didn't glue this little part of the tag down, but I feel like it's quite cute, just like dangling and stuff. But yeah, this is how the spread turned out. Again, like maybe not what I anticipated, but I don't hate it. I feel like I maybe want to add a sticker in this little spot here, but I can't really think of anything right now, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. And the beauty of this hobby is that you can always go back to it. So I actually don't know how much more of this junk journal I'm gonna realistically be able to do. It's just getting so chunky. Me adding in this confetti didn't help, but I'm just gonna have to disperse to try to lay it flat. Thought this would have lasted me the full year, but yeah, hardcover probably wasn't the best decision, but I love how chunky it looks. Like, it's just so satisfying. My camera is charged, I'm feeling good, and I'm excited to do my Glastonbury spread. I really want this one to be like fun and colorful and just a little bit chaotic. We'll see if I can deliver. I've got, let me just cover my address. I've got my ticket, my Glastonbury ticket, which is so cute. Normally I just glue everything down in my spreads, but because it was the first Glastonbury that my boyfriend and I had been to, I also kind of liked the idea of like framing our tickets together, which I feel like could also be cute. Like I do want to use this in my spread, but also I'm like, should I save it and put it in a frame? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna design my spread with this, but I'm only gonna washi tape it in, and then down the line, if we decide to do that, I can pull it out of my junk journal, but otherwise it'll just live in here. These two really cute stickers that are from this place called Monty's, which was where we got food the very first day that we got there. I got like so excited because they just had stickers at the front, and I was like, oh my God, can I have one? And she was like, take a few. So I took two. And I really like this one. And then this one's got a little bit of purple in it, which is really cute. I also got a few postcards. I got this one, and then this one, which is like by far my favorite and the cutest. So I definitely want to include this full postcard, maybe some elements from these. I don't mind cutting these because I feel like I had this thing ages ago where whenever I traveled somewhere, I would buy postcards because I just thought they were really cute. And then I did nothing with them. They just sit in boxes or in bags, and I just don't do anything with them. And I do feel like, oops, that would be what I would do with these. So I'm trying to just like get over the fact that I'm like, oh my God, if I cut it, it's not perfect, but it's like, it's just gonna sit in a box otherwise. I think it'd be fun to maybe cut out some elements from this, maybe the moon and like, I don't know, one of these little sheep dudes, they're cute. I've got my wristband, which is super cute. I want to incorporate that somehow. I've got this little business card, which it has like all of the info on the back, and there is a print of the map and stuff, which my boyfriend and I also thought might be cute for the house. So I'm not going to glue this down. I'm just going to washi tape it in case we decide to get that print, and then I've glued it down and I don't know what the website is. So I'm going to washi tape that in. I also kept just two of our little order tickets. This was just from when we ordered food and stuff, so that might be fun. And then this little blue bag is what the postcards came in. So I've got that. And then I also have the tag from my ginormous backpack that made me so overstimulated and sweaty that I thought I was gonna die. So it might be fun to use this, but we'll see. I also have some paper, like colorful scrap papers and stuff that I might want to use in here because I want to make it like super colorful and stuff. So I'm gonna consult my big fat binder of stuff and see what I'm feeling. Really like this one because it's got loads of like fun colors in it, but it's got that really dark blue in, which I think ties in quite nicely with this bag. So I feel like these two could be really, really cute together. So I might use this paper and then maybe this light blue grid as well, and just have like a few little colors going on in here, but similar vibes. Let's just go for it. I feel like for this one, I kind of want to plan, but also, should I just go for it? I don't know. Let's just go for it. Let's be crazy. I think I'm gonna talk through it because that felt fun and I liked doing that rather than just like some music and you guys watching me do it. I feel like maybe that's not as fun. So I think I really like this, so I want to use this. So I'm going to use the whole thing and I'm going to put it on this side of the spread. So I'm going to glue that down now. Let's see if we can incorporate this. I feel like I probably don't need both sides, so I'm just going to just use the thinner side because obviously she's getting chunky. I feel like that could be fun, having this along the bottom and then maybe using my big postcard to fill some of that space. Maybe there? That's kind of cute. Wait, and then what if I like ripped a little bit of this blue and put it in that top corner? I said I wanted chaotic and a bit crazy. That could be really fun. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's not think, let's just do it. Putting this along the bottom, and then when it comes to the fold and stuff, I tend to take this little pair of tweezers that I sometimes use for stickers and stuff, push it into the fold a little bit. I think I've mentioned before, but I really like ripping things really stresses me out. Because what if it doesn't look cute? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm so dramatic. And for what? That was fine. Everyone needs to chill out. And by everyone, I mean me. Ooh, okay. Got my little square. I think I'm either gonna put the postcard in this corner and then put this here, or that and that, but I think I like it better like that, just separating these patterns a little bit more. So let's do that. Okay, I love this so far. I think that's so fun. For the sake of being able to show you guys, I have taped over my address. So, I mean, I won't be living here for long, but still. So I think I like the ticket here. And then what if I put this little Monty sticker like that? I definitely like the sticker there. I feel like it fits perfectly there. And then, oh, I could put my wristband next to my ticket, like dangling down there. I feel like the smiley faces could be really fun. These stars could be really fun because they've got the blue as well. Maybe a little bit of the smiley faces, stars, and maybe the silver. Cute. There he is. This is where we're at so far. I think it's really cute. So yeah, I put the smiley face washi tape here, and then I did this star one here. I feel like that is looking so cute. So I put this down here, and I feel like that looks really cute. I kind of want to put this in, like I've already glued that down, but I think I could probably slide this, and then maybe I could put this little postcard here. I also really liked this backpack. If anybody is looking for like a festival backpack or a camping backpack or whatever. It was really comfy. It fit everything that I needed. It just like when I was walking, it just like squeaked a little bit, which I thought was a bit weird, but it did the job. I'm gonna use this silver and white striped washi tape to tape this little business card down. Okay, I kind of really like it. I obviously need to trim this because it's going off the page, but I think this is really cute. I feel like it's very colorful and very crazy, which maybe isn't how I normally do my spreads, but I really like it. I'm really pleased with that. I feel like that's done. I really like it. I did think it would be really fun to include the artists and stuff that I saw, but maybe that would have to be like a separate spread, really, because that is jam-packed. This doesn't even close now at all because of the metal thing that was on my wristband. I don't know how long this video is, and I do have another spread to make, but I feel like I might just stop here because I imagine this video is getting a little bit long and I'm not feeling super inspired by what's in here right now, so I might just save that for once I've moved. But I'm gonna trim the excess off of this, and then let's run through the spreads that we made. This is the first spread that we did together where you saw me kind of laying everything out. I added this here that says flip me, so you know to flip. I really like this one. I think it's quite nice. This one here, I really like the yellow background. I love the little fish. This is really fun, really nice memory to have. Last but not least, we have my Glastonbury spread. I actually think this is my favorite, and it's probably my favorite spread that I've done in a really long time. I think it just came together really nicely, and I'm really happy with the way that it looks. I've got this little postcard that flips up, and I just reinforced it on the bottom. I feel like I could actually add that little Monty sticker there. That might be fun. Let's just do that. So now when you flip that up, there's a little Monty sticker, which I think is really cute. And then yeah, I've just taped together a few pages because, guys, it is so chunky now. I feel like I might only be able to do like maybe one or two more, honestly. I know there's so much paper in here, but it is bursting at the seams. And I do feel like there's something quite poetic about the fact that I started this in January, in the last kind of lead up to me leaving Leeds. I feel like it's a nice little Leeds farewell, and I could start a new junk journal when I make the move to York. I feel like that could be really nice and poetic, but I love the idea of just having a collection of these. It's just like an alternative to a scrapbook, really. That is my last junk journaling video in Leeds, my last junk journaling video in this bedroom. The last video really in this bedroom, aside from packing content, which you will see very soon on my channel. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for junk journaling and crafting with me. It's been so fun. And yeah, I will see you guys in future packing related videos, moving content, all of that. Bear with me over the next month or so as I kind of find my footing again with moving and settling in and stuff. I'm going to record as much of it as possible, but if I'm a little bit delayed in posting, that is why. That's everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to finish my iced coffee and I'm going to clean up the insane mess that I've made in junk journaling. I will see you guys in my next video very soon, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. Bye!